Hey, name is Jason. Welcome back to my channel. And today I kind of want to talk about some things about, I guess, my experiences as a filmmaker. Because I've been in the industry, relatively speaking, for about 4-ish years now. My first thing was in 2018, my first credit was an extra in a short film for Louisiana Film Prize. It was about boxing. It was pretty cool. It's like a sports film. It was pretty cool. But I don't know. I call myself a filmmaker, but am I really one? My only directing credit to date, besides maybe a handful of music videos, is a film called Broken Boy. And I hold that film so much to my heart. And we can talk about that more in a different channel. Burnout, Imposter syndrome, those things are real and they hit. Most of my career, most of my life, you could want to say, has been just so impacted with burnout from working like this whole dead-end 9-to-5 job, imposter syndrome from wondering if I have the cojones to even be in the film industry, as cutthroat as it is. I've been wondering about that myself for a long time. Am I even good enough? And is anyone even going to take a chance on me? Can anyone even, you can say, understand me when it comes to filmmaking? I wonder if anyone can even understand me when it comes to filmmaking. Like, that is probably one of the most deadly things I feel like when it comes to creatives, is that people feel like our jobs aren't real, or that we can't do it. We can't make money. We can't make a living off of being a creative. That's one thing I've always been dealing with my whole entire life. And my God, I can't even say that I'm making a living off of it now, but we're getting there. I've had a couple of features since then that I feel like I'm going to be very proud of. Not directed, but just as a crew member. I was an office assistant for one, and second assistant camera for the other. Two totally different things, but I just love the aspect of just making movies, making art happen. God, I love that so much, man. I love it. Inspiration comes from unlikely spaces. That one hit, because you never know when inspiration is going to hit, especially when you want to make your own film, or even just shoot something, take a picture, or write something. It may come from like, this movie I watched, or I just was walking down the street and I saw something interesting. I always find that just so fascinating, just the aspect of creativity that it comes out of nowhere a lot of times. But I know for people who do it for a living, me included, that creativity, sometimes you don't have time to have it just wait for it. Sometimes you have to foster creativity. Sometimes you just have to sit down and just do it. Just make the doggone thing. Just like I'm doing right now. Just making it. It's fascinating. And one thing for sure is that when it comes to unlikely spaces, that also includes times of the day. I found myself a lot of times being a night owl, being my most creative, being at my fullest potential at like 2 or 3 in the morning, where no one else is awake around you. So you're just sitting here just like, I gotta do projects. I want to do this, I want to do that. And it's like, you look at your phone, it's like, it's 2:30 in the morning, 2:30 a.m. It's dark. Yeah, you have lights, but where's your crew? Can you do it by yourself? I mean, you can, but like, that's difficult. I mean, depending, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, inspiration comes from the weirdest of places. trying to focus on a specific craft is difficult. It's difficult for me in particular because I want to do so much. I want to do basically everything. I want to have a production company. I want to make a living as a cinematographer. I want to write my own material. I want to produce my own films, my own series. I want to help make others' dreams come true when it comes to film, when it comes to photography, when it comes to just being a creative in general. And my goodness, I feel like I have difficulty focusing. I feel like I've always had difficulty focusing, but that's another topic for another day, for another video, probably for another channel. I found out that recently that I am what you like to call multi-passionate. I'm passionate about so many different things. Sometimes they may or may not be related to each other, but they still in your heart and you want to do it all. Some people call it ADHD. I just call it being multi-passionate. I'm so tired of being broke. The elephant in the room is that it is hard to sometimes to make money as a creative, especially when you're starting out. You're basically building up your own business, building up your own style, building up your network of people from the ground up a lot of times. And a lot of times you're going to be without money or without the means of doing so. That's what's kept me from doing some of the projects that I really would like to do, is money. And you're so having to work to make ends meet that you're so tired. And you're so tired of being broke. Whenever we get to, start making money as a creative, that's just going to just alleviate so much. And it's going to make your life a lot easier. I hope it makes mine a lot easier. I hope this makes my life easier. It will, eventually. What fulfills me about being in this industry? That's a very, very good thought to have. Especially when you're going and you're broke, you're creatively unfulfilled. What drives you to stay in the film industry? For me, I just love set life. Just the aspect of just being on the ground, just making magic happen at that moment. It's phenomenal. It's like when we're artists, we can make nothing. We can make something from nothing and just make it into the most beautiful thing ever, or the most grotesque thing ever. Who knows? It really just depends on what you think of life. But I just really, really find it fascinating, that aspect of art where we can just do anything. You can take one thought, one amorphous thought, and just mold it into a physical thing. Something that you've made from beginning to finish. Yeah, you can say, I've done that. I've made that. I've worked on that. That is what drives me to be in the industry. Even when I'm broke, even when I'm basically starting from scratch, that is what drives me. Just being around like-minded people, being able to just collaborate, to make art, to make magic. That's what they call it, movie magic, right? I love it. Those are just some thoughts that I have sometimes whenever it comes to being a filmmaker. And you can apply it to anything. Being any kind of your career, your life, something. Whether it's being an artist, being a chemist, being a lawyer, being a writer, or even specifically being a digital imaging technician or something. Something specific like that, or a crafty PA. It makes me wonder, what drives you? What do you think? Just, if you have any questions, if you have any more thoughts that you have, as being a creative, as being a filmmaker, or whatever, comment down below. Until then, it's been Jason, and you have yourself a nice one. Oh. But before I forget, I also have a podcast called Host of Horrors. It's a horror movie podcast. Yeah. right? Me and my friend Heath, we get together and talk about horror movies based off certain themes. Right now, as of recording, we're in the middle of adaptations mode. So, any kind of novel adaptation, any books that you might want to, let me know about to read or, potentially adapt into something. Let me know in the comments below. Now, until then, it's been Jason, and you have yourself a nice one. Bye-bye, y'all.